The journey of the RMS Titanic from shipyard to sea is one of the most remarkable transformations in maritime history. Please subscribe. It is a story that begins with raw materials and skilled labor and ends with a massive, fully functional ship ready to cross the Atlantic Ocean. This journey reflects not only the technical achievement of its builders, but also the ambition and vision that defined an entire era. The story begins at the Harland and Wolff Shipyard in Belfast, where construction of the Titanic officially started in 1909. At that time, the shipyard was one of the most advanced in the world, capable of handling projects of enormous scale. Thousands of workers were involved in the process, each contributing their skills to bring the Titanic to life. In the early stages, the focus was on building the foundation of the ship. The keel was laid, forming the backbone of the structure. From there, the steel framework began to rise, piece by piece, creating the skeleton of what would eventually become one of the largest ships ever built. This phase required precision and coordination, as each component had to fit perfectly into place. As construction progressed, large steel plates were added to the framework to form the hull. This process involved the use of millions of rivets, many of which were installed by hand. Teams of workers worked together to heat the rivets and secure them in place, ensuring that the structure was strong and durable. By 1910, the Titanic had taken on a recognizable shape, and its size began to attract attention. People were amazed by the scale of the project, and news of its construction spread across the world. The ship was already being seen as a symbol of innovation and progress. One of the most significant moments in the journey from shipyard to sea came in 1911, when the Titanic was launched into the water. This event marked the completion of the hull and the transition to the next phase of construction. Thousands of people gathered to witness the launch as the massive ship entered the water for the first time. However, the launch was only the beginning of the final stages of the journey. After entering the water, the Titanic underwent a process known as fitting out. During this phase, the ship was transformed from a basic structure into a fully equipped vessel. Engines, boilers, and other essential systems were installed, along with the luxurious interiors that would define the Titanic's reputation. The interior work was particularly detailed and time-consuming. Designers and craftsmen worked to create spaces that reflected the highest standards of comfort and elegance. First-class areas featured grand staircases, fine dining rooms, and beautifully decorated cabins, while other sections of the ship were designed to accommodate passengers from different backgrounds. Throughout this period, engineers and workers continued to test and refine the ship's systems. Every detail had to be carefully checked to ensure that the Titanic would perform as expected once it began its journey. This included testing the engines, navigation equipment, and safety features. By early 1912, the Titanic was nearing the end of its journey from shipyard to sea. The final steps included sea trials, during which the ship's performance was evaluated under real conditions. These trials were essential in confirming that the ship was ready for service. Once the trials were successfully completed, the Titanic was officially handed over to the White Star Line, which would operate the ship. This marked the end of the construction process and the beginning of its life as a passenger vessel. The transition from shipyard to sea was not just a physical journey, but also a symbolic one. It represented the transformation of an idea into reality, the result of years of planning, effort, and collaboration. The Titanic was no longer just a project. It was a fully realized ship, ready to take on the open ocean. Looking back, this journey highlights the incredible effort that went into building the Titanic. Thousands of people worked together, each contributing their skills and knowledge to create something extraordinary. Their work remains a testament to human ingenuity and determination. More than a century later, the story of the Titanic's journey from shipyard to sea continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. It is a story of transformation, achievement, and ambition. In the end, the Titanic's journey from shipyard to sea is a reminder of what humans can accomplish when they work together toward a common goal. It shows how raw materials can be turned into something remarkable, and how an idea can become a reality through dedication and effort. The Titanic may be remembered for its tragic end, but its beginning is equally important. The journey from shipyard to sea represents the hope, ambition, and creativity that defined an entire era, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire and fascinate people today.